Do you feel like no matter how much you sleep, you still feel tired? That's because, as a highly sensitive person, rest is not just about sleep, it's the kind of rest your mind, body, and soul needs. We need different kinds of rest every single day to feel balanced and whole. In fact, Dr. Elin Aaron, who first coined the term HSP, says that HSPs need 4 types of rest every day to feel their best. Hi everyone, welcome to Aditi's Dream channel. My name is Aditi and I am a HSP coach. I help highly sensitive people step into their true power, own their sensitivity to live their dream life, thriving emotionally, professionally, and spiritually. Today, we are going to talk about rest. And before you say, I'll just sleep more, let me tell you, sleep is just one type of rest HSPs need. So, let's understand what are different types of rest we need as highly sensitive people. Let's dive in. Let's start from the obvious one, which is sleep. For HSP, sleep is non negotiable. Our nervous system works harder than the most because we are constantly processing every detail around us. Without enough sleep, we can feel overstimulated, anxious, or even depressed. If you have trouble sleeping, make this your first number one priority. Respect your natural rhythm and retire. When you first become sleepy, you should aim for around 9 to 10 hours of sleep every night. HSPs need more sleep than non HSPs. So, plan your day accordingly and give priority to your sleep. Even if you cannot sleep, sometimes you're too overstimulated to sleep at night, just lay in bed with closed eyes because 80% of sensory stimulation happens through our eyes. So just resting with your eyes gives you quite a break. The problem here comes when you start imagining things and becoming anxious and worried about the future as you are still awake. So to avoid that, you can journal before sleeping or make a to-do list before you sleep so that your mind is at rest before you sleep. Okay, this way you can write down all your worries, tensions, and you will feel free before you sleep. Make your sleep sacred. You can create a bedtime ritual and turn off your mobile laptop before 30 minutes before bed. It's very essential. Even I struggle with it. I'm working on it, but it's very important to turn off all your devices before going to bed and protect your sleep schedule like you would protect your important meeting. It is very essential. You know how grumpy you feel, how exhausted you feel the next day if you haven't slept well. So it's very important. Good sleep is not a luxury, it's the foundation of your sensitivity working for you instead of against you. You have to give yourself proper sleep to be at your best the next day. So consider making a bedtime routine, an evening ritual which helps you relax, wind down so that you can sleep properly. Okay, now let's move on to the second type of rest, which is play and fun. Surprising, right? Most of us don't usually connect play and fun with rest. But rest is not just about lying down, it's also about giving your nervous system a chance to relax through joy, laughter, and creativity. HSPs tend to be very conscientious and perfectionists, which makes them delay play until all the work is done. But play is very important to de stress. If you have to, then even force yourself to plan play in your day so that you don't skip it. Plan your playtime in your day, schedule it so that you don't skip it. It's very important to find joy every day, and because it will help you make you feel more alive. And for HSPs, play is different. Play can be different from non-HSPs. You don't have to do overstimulating things and do what is play for others. For you, play can be very gentle. It can be just dancing to your favorite song, playing with your pet, doing something creative with no pressure of the outcome, laughing with a friend, reading a good book, or even gardening if you like it. So, define your own playtime and schedule more fun in your life. Play resets your energy in a way nothing else can. It reminds your body and mind that life is safe, joyful, and not just about work or responsibility. This is very important that you make moments of play and fun in your day. I would say plan play multiple times a day. You can have small pockets of fun time throughout the day. It really helps to keep you in a positive mood and keeps your energy light. So if you do a little fun thing before you start work, it really helps to start your work with a positive mindset instead of feeling anxious and then starting your work. So it is very essential that you include more playtime during your day. Third type of rest is downtime. Downtime is different from sleep. It's about giving your nervous system space to process and integrate everything that you have absorbed. For HSPs, this is vital. Think about how you feel after a long day at work or a busy social gathering. You are not only physically tired, you are mentally and emotionally overloaded. Downtime helps you recover from that. HSPs need plenty of downtime, not just for unwinding, but for also thinking over the day. Because your nervous system is taking so much information that you need that time to integrate all that information and make sense of your day. Make sense, right? So HSPs need that downtime. And if you don't have that time separately in your day, if you cannot afford to have downtime separately, then you can have downtime while doing your daily tasks, which don't require much of mind activity. So tasks like washing dishes or while driving, these times you can allow yourself to just be with yourself, be quiet, and allow yourself to just unwind and think over the day and just be with yourself. So since your nervous system takes in more information than others, downtime is essential to give your system the time it needs to process. Other examples of downtime could be sitting quietly with a cup of tea, journaling to empty your mind, taking slow walk in nature, just allowing yourself to be in the moment. And it can even mean lying down on a couch doing nothing. So downtime is where your nervous system exhales. It relaxes. So allow yourself to have that downtime with yourself to recharge. Fourth type of rest is your spiritual practice or transcendence. This is the most essential type of rest in my opinion. For HSP, spirituality is not just about religion necessarily. It's about connecting with something bigger than yourself, whether you call it God, universe, nature, or simply your inner wisdom. It's rising above it all, aimed at taking you out of ordinary thinking into pure consciousness, pure unity, or oneness with God. This type of rest nourishes your soul. For HSVs, it's very easy to be in the mind all the time because they're thinking so much. So, this type of rest is very essential to help you get out of your head and connect with a higher consciousness that helps you reconnect with your peace, with your heart, with your soul. And it reminds you that you are supported and life has meaning and you are not alone, because it's really easy to feel anxious or unsupported because as a HSP you see all the things in great detail. So you see negativity, suffering, all those things also in the world. So to calm yourself, it's very essential that you connect to higher consciousness and help allow yourself to feel that peace in your heart. It could look like a meditation or prayer, reading something uplifting, or religious rituals and offerings to God if you believe in that. It is essentially connecting to a higher source or consciousness. Spiritual practice fills a deeper well inside you, the one that sleep or downtime can't reach. You feel inner security and connected to your inner being. Personally, I really believe that everyone should meditate. It is like basic spiritual hygiene, which is equivalent to brushing your teeth physically every day. So as you brush your teeth every day to take care of your physical health, you meditate every day to take care of your spiritual health. And meditation has literally changed my life. I used to have panic attacks, but by meditating regularly, I have significantly reduced my anxiety and no panic attacks. So it really helps you connect with your inner power, your inner wisdom. You can just start with 5 minutes a day. There are so many resources out there on YouTube and other places. So you can start right now. If you would like me to make a video and share my journey with meditation, then do leave a comment below and make it for you. So moving on, let me summarize the 4 types of rest we discussed that we need as highly sensitive people. First is sleep, non-negotiable 9 to 10 hours of sleep every day. Second is play and fun, finding joy and laughter every day. Third is downtime, where you relax your nervous system, your alone time. And fourth is your spiritual practice or transcendence, where you connect with the higher consciousness. When you give yourself permission to rest in these 4 ways, you don't just feel less tired, you feel more alive. You feel you are more resilient and more at peace with your sensitivity. Now, I would like to hear from you. Which of these 4 types of rest are you missing the most right now? Share in the comments below. Let's connect, say hello. I would love to connect with you in the comments. And make sure you subscribe and like this video. I'll be coming up with another useful video next week. So do subscribe to this channel. See you next week and bye.